Hello and welcome back to the Obsidian Order. We've not been here for a while, and to be perfectly honest, I had a bit of a mind blank about where I was going with this and what I wanted to do next. So I sort of stepped away from it while I thought about it, and I've now got a plan of action going forward. And to start with, I need to take down what I've done behind me anyway, at least a good part of it. So I'm going to get that done, and then we can start working on putting in the framework for our space out here in the middle of the end. And this will remain because I did have the issue that every time you go through one of these teleporters, it automatically takes you onto the roof of the building you want, which is no good. I want you here, but this part of it can actually go. So I think that's going to be the first step. So let's stop those bubbles there. I'll just take you out. So I'm now going to take this all down, trying to keep as much of it as I can. And then we'll come back and look at what we're doing next to start at least getting the frame and structure of this base up and running. And we can take it forward from there. So I'll see you in a minute. And there we go. One space station gone. Right. The main thing I've done now is widen this pathway. It's now 5 wide. But it's 7 because there's going to be a block there and there. So what we will do, just as an example, I've got any glass panes on me. I do. So we're going to have like a 5 by 5 gap. So put, and then we'll bring this along across here, and then up at the top. So then, just to round it up, and then there'll be the slabs on top. And I'll put that there. And then inside here, we'll come in and just, let's put these out as an example. And pop into 3 cam. And then that's more of an oval. A larger oval shape, so the corridors will be bigger to walk around in. There'll be lights from the fog lights underneath the carpet, and basically there'll be like a row, a corridor. We'll have bubble chutes going to the next row above it, and then bubble chutes to the row above that. Each will be coloured, so this will be orange. I've got blue, the cyan. I've got red and purple, so I can have as many floors as I want. Keep extending it up as I want. And there'll be these rows along here. So I think next step for me to do now is, let me get them out of camera mode, is start putting these in and growing them both ways, and then having this gap as a sort of a central point for where you come in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put that there. I think we've got some more of the glass somewhere. Like that. I could just round that off like so. And likewise up here as well. And that is going to be the basis of our corridors going around the space base. So what I'm going to do now, cut away. At least get 1 in. Probably try and get 2 in as well. And the chute connecting them. And then we'll take it from there. So I'm back with you in a minute. Okay, here we go. We've got a start. A bit bigger than last time. And this has been built and taken down and rebuilt because I had this too close to here. And I think when you come through this portal, there's an area around it, and it picks the highest point within that area and it puts you on. So this was more over sort of like here, this level. And every time I came through the portal, I was on the roof of this passageway here. So I took it all down, moved it back over here, about another 4 or 5 blocks, well away from this, so I can now go through here, back over to the main island, avoid Anderman, and then come back into here, and then it will bring me back here and not on the roof. So yeah, that was a waste of a couple of hours, but it's got it sorted now, so I'm happy from that point of view. It also helped me address another issue from coming in here. This is 7 wide, so I've got a nice wider pathway coming into here. The windows were 5, so I did have 5, 5, 5, 5, and then had this 7 wide here, which totally skewed it all out. and I couldn't be bothered fixing that at that point. So I put an extra passageway going off that way, which I wasn't sure about. So as I fixed it, I've gone 7.5.7.5. So in all fairness, if say I want to build a room off here for something, I can then take out A5 and come off it and have the same sort of width corridor going off to that room. So from that point of view, it will work better going forward. So every cloud and silver line and all that. But this is what we've got. So if I just go into free cam, and what I've got now is that is a circle 3 by 3 on each side. Not quite finished up there yet. I've sort of just got to the point where I ended it off, and I'm not worked out how long I want these to be just yet. But that's like a more of a circular room. And then sort of same up there as well. I think that's maybe a better one to look at it with. So that's circular. I did say oval, I think, last clip. So that's what I want. So I've got these nice circular walkways. I've got a chute going up and down between the two floors, and basically the colour scheme is the bottom floor is the outer one, and the floor going up to it is the middle one. So if I do another one from here going up to another corridor, say it's red, the two outer ones will be the cyan and the red will be in the middle. And the idea will be I'll have a string of these tubes going up, and these can go so far and then just go off on an angle and go this way, out of the way, that way, and then we'll build rooms and sections of the base from the blank walls. That will just sort of give me that sort of frame there as well. And if I want to build a room over 2 floors, I can say come out here and there, 2 entrances in, add one room what's high enough. We can do it that way as well, sort of like combine a room over 2 floors, have a multi-level room. I've got some ideas for that going forward. So I've got a list of particular rooms off this base I want to do. I think that's what I'm going to be working on going forward. I just need to sort of break the back of the structure of this place and get it to a point where I'm happy with it going forward. So I think I've used quite a lot of quartz. I think we're on over a full sugar box full of quartz, smooth quartz. I've got some left. I think I've still got some left at the base. I need to check what I need. I'm going to go for a lot more quartz here. And I need a super smeltery because I can get quartz from our shop system we have here. Normal quartz blocks, but I have to smelt it down. So I need to get all that sorted out. I've got a mini smelter, but I've not got anything to the extent what I'm probably going to need. So I think that's going to be something I need to focus on. But I've still got nearly 2/3 of sugar box free. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap this episode up by probably extending that, finishing off the end of these ones. I think I now need to start thinking about sort of how I want this base to go together with the rooms off it. That'll be the next step, but I do need to sort of tidy these rooms up a little bit and end them off. So like here, I'll probably finish off the orange and then do a row of white off the end here. Maybe like the same on the other end, and then if I come upstairs, sort of do the same over here and just sort of end this off. It doesn't have to be the same length as the orange corridor, floor 0, but do the same again. And then I think I might put another one going up to a 3rd level just to get that in place. Just give me that sort of structure as well, just so I've got the 3rd sort of level in place. So I've got like floor 1, 2 and 3, and then at least I've got a bit more in place, a bit more solid going forward, and then I can start thinking about which rooms I want to do next and what have you, the super smelter and what have you, and come up with a plan of action to sort of get this series on the track again. Because I must admit, I did get to a point where I thought, right, I'm out here, I've got my base, where am I going next? And my mind went completely blank, and that was the problem for me. I think the one thing I do want to consider is, which box is it in? Here we are. Is where I've got these ending points here, because these are 7 wide and the colours are 5 wide, is I have some sort of way of differentiating between the two, and maybe it's something like that. But it needs to be there as well because it'll be visible on the outside. I'll just put these pillars in, does actually using the quartz pillar as sort of like an extra block just help frame things a little bit more. So let me know in the comments down below. Should I keep them all smooth, or maybe introduce the pillars on each gap? I'm going to do more smooth for the moment, but let me know what you think, whether the pillars should be used instead, just to give it that additional bit of separation there, just to help identify and separate the two different sections. I'm not certain at the moment, so let me know what you think. But I'm going to cut away, one final cut. I'm going to crack on, wrap up, get these points to where this smooths off at the end, do some on the next floor, and get the third floor, at least a little bit of a section in place for it, just so I've got it there as an indication in a marketplace, and it looks like I've actually got some bit more structure there with it, and it's not just like a 2-floor thing. Yeah, I'm going to get that done, and then I think we can call this episode done. So I'll be back with you shortly once I've placed some more blocks, and I can do some more of this and crack on for a bit. So I'll be back with you shortly. Right, and here we go. 3 layers. So these two are roughly the same length. I put the third one in there just to get it marked in place. We've got an extra layer in there anyway. I'm really liking this. I keep having to go back. I keep finding I'm missing bits of some stairs missing there, or part of a window. And this is all nice to finish off at the end. We're going to free cam. So I will finish these off and then them off at which point. But yeah, this is our space base taking shape. I'm liking this now. So now I've got, oh, I put a ledge on that one. I didn't realize I'd done that ledge there. But now I've got some sort of structure going up to navigate between the different layers. I've got actually some corridors put in place. I can start now thinking about rooms I want coming off this and in this place. Now I do have some ideas in my head already, and I now need to formulate what will be in those rooms. I know what I want in the rooms. I need to sort of like build out in a creative order what I want in those rooms and how those rooms are going to fit in. I've got some idea of going multi-layers as well, so you can use different entrances in different rooms, different floors to get into these rooms. So yeah, I've got to start thinking about that now going forward. But yeah, I'm liking this now. I actually feel like I've got some structure here, something I can work on, something I can expand off. And this is taking some time. I've gone through about 1.5 sugar boxes of quartz to get to this point. The one thing I want to think about maybe doing as well is having something else on the outside. I'm not quite sure what, that's just it at the moment. I think mine's a bit blank at that at the moment, but I'll worry about that going forward. There's a few other things I need to put off here. I need some sort of like power source out here as well, things like that to do, and there'll be the usual sort of like accommodation rooms and things like that, and other areas on this base to start building up and expanding it out. But yeah, I can now navigate quite comfortably between all the floors. I've had a little tweaks on for things like that. So I did have these. If I come up here, that was 3 blocks high. You would come up and you would bounce to your head onto that. Now you can just go up straight away. I've reduced it to 2, and it comes straight up and it comes straight out. Makes that a bit easier. So yeah, maybe just come out here, have like a number 2 on the wall there, something like that. That might be interesting. But yeah, I'm quite happy with this now. I feel like I've broke through this mind barrier I had, this mind block, with where I'm taking this now. I actually feel like I can take this forward a bit more. Again, I could have had these as drops into water as well, but I thought I'd keep the bubble shoots just to make it a bit more realistic with the space theme. So also realised I need a big smeltery system back on my base, so that's going to be done so I can smelt up some more quartz. I think I've got about half a sugar box of quartz left altogether out of all my quartz. So I'm going to make some more of that and get that smelted up. So yeah, I've got plenty more stuff to be doing. But yeah, this series is getting back into gear now and getting this forward. So let me know what you think regarding the base, or what else we could put on this base, expand it, add into it, to give it more of a space fill. Any ideas on these columns on the edges of the large walls of quartz? And also got any ideas for trims on the outside? Let me know in the comments down below. But on top of that, I'm going to leave this episode here. Guys, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. Consider subscribing if you haven't done already. Ring the bell to be notified of future content. And I will see you all in the next episode. Bye bye.